Hi, Shannon O'Flaherty here. So sometimes we think, I don't know where I am on my spiritual path and where I'm going, and maybe I'm feeling stuck. Maybe life is okay, but I want to explore more. I want to expand. I want to grow. I want to heal. I want to be the best version of myself that I can. So how do I move forward? Where am I getting my cues from the universe? Is it the spirit animals that are crossing me that I'm supposed to be looking at, the dreams I'm recording in my mind's eye that I'm supposed to be remembering? Is it the belief work? What is it? Do I need to work with crystals? Where should I go? What should I start with? We are our own best containers because we tell ourselves exactly what we need to do, what we need to look at, what we need to focus on in order to expand. And so the easiest way to do this is simply face whatever it is that you're avoiding. Because when we're avoiding looking at something, and maybe you don't even realize that you're avoiding it, right? You might not be losing any sleep over it. You might not be crying about it or paying any attention to it, but it's just getting built up there in those dark, dusty corners until something feels sludgy and icky, or you're just not wanting to look at something. Now, I have, my From Fear into Love 12-week online courses in process, and I have some amazing, very seasoned healers in this course, and they know their stuff and they're clear and they're evolved. And one of them called me today to say, I don't want to do the homework. I don't want to do this. I just don't want to answer these questions. And of course, I started laughing because healing needs to be fun. And so we want to poke fun at the parts of ourselves that we don't want to look at. And it's such a gift. These moments of contrast when we really don't want to do something, but we know that it's something that we need to look at, like, let's just choose something we all need to look at all the time is finances, right? I hate doing finances, numbers, all of that. Oh, I don't want to do it. So this year, after avoiding that for a number of months, I thought, oh man, I really do have to deal with this every time tax season comes, and it's just not fun. And so I thought, right, let's change accountants. Let's find somebody who can actually do this for me to take that pressure off of myself, because this is something that I torture myself about unnecessarily. So if there's something about yourself that you really know you're not going to look at, like something literal that you have to do in your life, then hire somebody. Running a business, this is what delegating is all about. This is what all of these sites, Upwork, Fiverr, so that you can hire somebody who does do the job that you need to be done. Hire them so that they can do it properly, so that you don't need to lose any more sleep about it. But that's not really what I'm talking about here, right? There's practical things. Hire somebody to paint the front room if it's annoying you every day and you're avoiding it and you just don't want to deal with it. Deal with it. Go deal with whatever you can deal with and literally change, because that can empower you right off the bat. But what I'm talking about is these darker shadow parts within us, the things that we really don't want to look at. I don't want to face looking at how I feel about something, right? So if you've been triggered, even if it's a low-level trigger, even if you've never thought about it before, but something is not leaving your mind or churning in your guts, that's the very thing you need to look at. I have so many clients who say, I don't know. Even, why did you come to me? Well, I don't know. And I always ask them, but if you did know, what would it be? Because we all do know. We all have the answers within ourselves. And it is really about stilling all of that other monkey chatter so that we can go within and sit with the new feeling or the contrast or whatever it is that's causing us a dilemma or causing us resistance in facing it, so that we can see, well, why? What is it that I'm afraid of finding out about myself? Because really, all healing is self-discovery, finding out what our boundaries are, finding out how we actually feel about things, how we feel about things, not how our parents feel, not how our kids feel, not how everybody else around us feels, but how I feel about my relationship to this emotion, to this circumstance. It's relative for each one of us. So if there's a question that has been asked for you, so like if you're in a personal development course like mine, and you don't like the homework because you don't like the questions because they're making you dig within, then dig within and find it out. And if there's other things in your life that you're avoiding looking at, whether it's something physical in your house, or I just don't want to go there. Oh God, every time I open that closet, I get overwhelmed. So these are the things that you need to face, because the moment that you take action and start to look at things, it's like that unseen monster under the bed, right? They have their claws and hooks on you when you're not facing the stuff you need to look at. And when you do finally open the books and check the finances, or look into your emotions, or open the closet that needs to be organized, or whatever it is that you're not facing, you're spending so much energy resisting the thing that you're not looking at. Whereas if you would just turn and go, yeah, okay, well, I'm going to breathe, I'm going to drink some water, and I'm going to look into this and see, well, what is this feeling about? What is this resistance about? Why am I overwhelmed about it, angry, frustrated? What comes up? And listen to the words that you say, because it's all of those things, all of those feelings that are underneath why you're avoiding something. And once you start listening to the words that you're actually saying, this is your truth speaking, and you can listen to this even if it feels like it's not coming from you. But pay attention, talk to your close friends, or if you don't have anybody to talk to, then record yourself just talking about how you feel about why you're resisting this. And, oh, you're making me ask myself this question and that question. Just talk stream of consciously into your voice recorder and then listen back to it, because you'll hear all of the things that you say. Even give yourself a few hours of space afterwards so that you can forget about it, move on to other things, and then listen to what you've said. Or if you're a good journaler and you can write stream of consciousness, it's fascinating to me when I go back and read my journals when I'm done with them, and all the stuff I'm writing about, usually the answers are right there as well. And I read them back and I'm like, I had all the answers. Why was I so confused all that time? So I highly, highly encourage all of you, if you're resisting something, whether it's cleaning out a drawer or facing your finances, or not looking at why you're so angry, sad, guilty, defensive, blaming others, because you don't want to look at that. You don't want to look at the deeper reasons, not just the trigger. I would say, look at the deeper reasons, because what are we so afraid about finding out? We're just finding out more about ourselves. And a very wise woman said to me recently, sometimes you don't know what your boundaries are until they're crossed. And so it's okay. Like, what's the worst that's ever going to happen? So you find out something that you don't like. Well, now you know that you have a boundary. Maybe you didn't know about that before, but instead of going into the anger about it, embrace it as a gift, because self-awareness is great. Because the more you practice self-awareness, the more you shed all of these layers of suppressed emotions that are holding us back. And we clear our ancestral line too, of course, when we're clearing our own stuff. So our ancestors are like, thank you, thank you. And we're moving forward. We're moving forward with the times. We're moving forward in ourselves, in our bodies, in our emotions, in our psychology, in our spirit. And we're breaking the cycles. And you're modeling, if you have children, you're modeling for children and the next generation of how it can be done. So we have lots of information at our hands. So the thing that you're resisting the most, you know, like that book from ages ago, feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel into what it is, because if you're resisting something that's just within you, that's your own projection. So what, you're afraid of facing your own internal monster? Make friends with her is what I would say. And if you need help in this, please book a 20-minute complimentary mind shift call with me. I just love speaking to people and reframing something for them, because a little bit of information can go a really long way. And if you haven't already, please get yourself a copy of my book, Controlling Your Hidden Emotions, How to Make Friends and Live with Your Emotions. This came out, I think it was August of this year. And it's really nice. Amazon sends me money here and there. It's not rocket science, but this is a book, simple, easy to read, in normal words, that can help you. It can help you have a better mindset and move forward in your life. It's not that thick. It'll take you like an hour or two to read. Give it a try, because maybe it could help you. And if you're interested in working with me and really jumping on the bandwagon to actually really shift your whole life and find out who you authentically are, then definitely book a call with me, because From Fear into Love is such an amazing course right now. And I'll be running it again in March. And if you're interested in finally traveling the world again, yay! I'm organizing my next trip to Peru next year in 2023. We'll be leaving September 22nd, and it's for 2 weeks. And so mark that in your diary. It's going to be life transformational. I've already had 2 passengers that up and moved to Peru, and other amazing life-changing stories from taking my people there. And of course, we go off the beaten path. I'm very well connected shamanically, and it's just going to be so amazing to travel again. So I will start advertising that imminently. So have a look out for that. And I'd love for you to join me. And I have deals too. So if you want to come with friends, there's going to be all sorts of amazing opportunities there. So I love you all so much. And I really look forward to hearing from you soon. Lots of love. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.